Hello, welcome back to A Day Full of Budgets. I hope you are well. Today I will be talking through our 2024 Christmas spending. I'll keep it quite broad, so I put it into categories, but I'll look at what we've actually spent, what the budget was, and then what we're going to budget for 2025. So to start with, we have gone massively over budget, and that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this video, because it was ridiculously over budget. So I'm going to start by, firstly, do you like my new pen? My son got it for me. Love it. So bit of background. We are a family of 5. So it's me and my husband, and we've got an 18-year-old, 15-year-old and a 12-year-old. We also have my parents, and then we also had my husband's parents here for 6 days. Yes. So we slept on a sofa bed in the living room for all of that time, which was absolutely fine. And to be honest, it was lovely to have them. They live quite a way away. I think it's about 260 miles away they live. So it was really nice to see them. But it is 2 extra people in the house. So that meant 2 extra people for Christmas. But we'll get on to that. So as I've said, we are a family of 5. So there is quite a few of us. I did go to New York this Christmas season, and I did overspend on Christmas things in New York, which also did not help this budget. But obviously, because the children are older, they do essentially cost more. So my boys are both like 5'10" and 6 foot. So they're in adult clothing. I have kitted them out with clothes and trainers, which will pretty much last them the year, longer. And we also do like the traditional toiletry stuff for Christmas as well, so you won't need to buy that for a while. So you want to see the figures? My God. Okay, so here goes. So on the children, we spent £1,607.14 between the 3 of them. Yes, it was too much. I completely agree. For me and my husband, we spent £794.18. Now, I spent the £100 on my husband that we had budgeted. My husband spent the rest on me, which I have told him off for. However, he does not regret it. So he did actually buy me a new Apple Watch. So my daughter has got my old one. And the reason he done that is because the battery doesn't last. I like to run, and if I run in an evening and I've forgotten to charge my watch will die on my run, which, when you want to look at kind of how far you've gone, what time you're running in, stuff like that, it's a bit annoying. So he was very sneaky and done that. He also bought me a lot of skincare products that I've been wanting for a long time, but refusing to buy for myself because I don't ever buy for myself. So he just went and done it. And then he also done my annual, I've got it here, jar of sweets. I don't know if you can see that if I've zoomed in too much. But yes, every year my husband will put together a jar of sweets for me, and he bought me a new jar this year. So he was very naughty, and yes, so is what it is. And then for our parents, we spent £139.05. This is lower than what I think we had originally budgeted for, and that's because we are taking my husband's parents to an event that we are doing in April. So that's kind of part of their sort of Christmas as well. Other gifting, we spent £114.99. So that covers all things from Secret Santas at work, nieces, nephews, charity gifting, pets. What else is that? Just kind of any other gifts that we've bought. So that's in there. And then decorations, we spent £135.89. So that within that we buy a Christmas tree and we bought lights. I'm trying to think what it was then. So lights for a Christmas tree that we have planted in our garden. So a few years ago we bought a potted Christmas tree and we've planted it in the garden, and it is growing, and it's growing enough for us to put like lights on it, which does look really cute. And then the children get to choose a decoration. I think this is one of the decorations that was chosen this year, which is very cute. So that's what we spent on decorations. And then this is an added extra that we hadn't really budgeted for. So because we ended up with 9 people for Christmas, I only have a 6-seater table. So we can usually squeeze kind of 7 around it, but we can't squeeze 9 around it because it's just not big enough. So my usual Christmas table that I do, I couldn't do. So on Christmas Eve, me and my son ended up going around trying to find Christmas decor. I'll try and insert a picture. So we used a picnic table that we had in the shed, and we just kind of got some white tablecloths and some new mats, and then we ended up getting a whole set of white dinner plates, which actually were like £3 each. So I thought that was really good, and we do need a new set of dinner plates. So all of that stuff, and then with some Christmas Eve bits and bobs, we spent £86.67. And then lastly was food. Again, this covers kind of the build up to Christmas, and then Christmas itself and kind of the bit after. I don't know the exact amount that we've spent on it. However, I allowed £160 for the 2 weeks, so that's 320, and we spent it. Plus we spent money on jam donut, and I've been spending the jam donut like rewards that I've been getting through my own shopping on the build up to Christmas as well. So this is a lot higher, but again, we've had 9 people to feed for like a week. So grand total is scarily £3,197.89. Could have had a holiday for that. So it is what it is. I'm not going to dwell on it. And we have not got ourselves into debt because of it, which is, for me, the main thing. So how have we funded this is the next question. I've zoomed in, so I hope you can still see this. So we had saved in our Christmas savings £2,030. We used the 2024 challenge, Buy That Budget Lux, and that I rounded it up, so we'd saved £2,030 because that was the original budget. Way more. So to cover the rest, the food just came out of the food shopping budget, so I didn't use any kind of Christmas funding for it. It just had to come out of the normal budget, which is higher than it would normally be on a week. We took £53 that was left in home to cover kind of the plates, and I've got a big Christmas bowl and things like that. I took £20 out of money for us. That was all that was in there. And then I took £35 out of clothes, because again, a lot of the items that I bought for the children were clothes. So my oldest essentially has pretty much got a whole new wardrobe for Christmas. Most of it I did buy in America, which was loads cheaper. I probably saved myself about £200 on the clothes that he's got and the trainers. So he is a child that doesn't have many clothes. He probably has enough for about 3 or 4 days, and then it has to be washed, but he essentially will just rewear them. And if he goes off to university in September, he's going to need more clothes. So I'm just kind of preempting that. So I took that out of clothes. We have also, don't shoot me, taken £102 from our emergency fund. I have no problems taking this money from the emergency fund if it means I don't have to get into debt. To me, it's fine. We have a plan to build it back up. We've depleted it anyway because we needed a new washing machine. I have a fully funded car fund, so that's got like over £900 in. So if anything is needed, I will just use that. So yeah, no problems with that. We took £220 from our December budget, so it just essentially meant that we did not put as much into holiday or savings challenge for week 3 and 4 of December, is what that meant. And that's the joy of doing it weekly. If things do come up, you can adjust your budget accordingly. And then we are taking £414 from our January budget. So this is the additional that my husband spent on the credit card that I didn't know about prior to Christmas, which is why I've had to wait till now to do this, because he put it on one of the credit cards that is kind of for bigger purchases, and he told me not to look at it. Oh my God, that was so hard. I check my bank and my credit cards every single day. I log into the bank, into the apps every morning, just to double check that nothing, awry has gone on. So not being able to check that credit card for like a week was so hard. So this also means that we won't put as much into savings challenges as I had hoped for January. But again, we just have to make it work. So, and actually there's a £4 refund coming for one of the gifts that I got for my daughter in her stocking. It was just an Amazon thing, so we've got that. So that comes to £3,198, which covers all of Christmas. So that is it. That is what we've spent. That is how we've covered it. I'll show you what the original budget was and then what we plan to do for 2025. So actually I'll just flip it like that. So our original budget was £1,200 for the children, £200 for me and my husband, £200 for parents, £100 for decoration, £100 for extra food, on top of the sort of budgeted weekly food, £100 for miscellaneous, £130 for events. Well, we haven't done any events other than the fact that I was away, but I haven't actually done anything with the children as like a Christmas event. Obviously, they're older now, so some of the things that we would normally have done when they were younger, we haven't done. So yeah, that was our 2030 budget. So we've blown the children's, blown ours. We were under budget for our parents, over budget for decorations. Extra food kind of didn't really come in because it was just our normal food shop. Miscellaneous, we were over. Events kind of just got swallowed up in like other stuff. So that was the original 2024 budget. So looking ahead to 2025, this is what I want to really try and be strict next year and do. So children, we're going to try and stick to the £1,200 budget. Me and my husband, I've increased to £300. So if my husband does want to go a little crazy, he can. Our parents, we've kept at £200 because actually that's quite good. Decorations, I've kept at £100. I know I need a new wreath for the front door and a Christmas tree, but we don't need any new lights, she says, next year. So hopefully that'll be okay. So for other gifting, I've put £100. So this will cover any other gifts that we need to buy for people. Events, I've put £200 because actually I would quite like to do some sort of school holiday stuff, because I haven't allowed for the Christmas school holidays. So yeah, forgot about that. And then £50 towards charity gifting. So that's extra things to the food bank, extra gifts to toy appeals that we do, that this year kind of just got put in amongst kind of other gifting. And then I've put £250 for food. What I'd quite like to do is have food incorporated within the Christmas budget, not just extra. Obviously now I do know of the Jam Donut app. What I will do is from July onwards, anything that I earn in Jam Donut will go towards Christmas. So I'm really hoping that we won't need our food budget for the kind of weeks of Christmas, but we'll see. And then I've added a miscellaneous of £100, and that takes our budget to £2,500, which I appreciate is still a very large amount. We are in the position where this is okay for us. I've got a savings plan of how I'm going to reach that. So what time are we up to? I cannot see because it's so much higher. What I will do, these are our new placemats. I don't know if you can see the sparkle in them. So I'll move that to the side. So yes, what I'm going to do for Christmas, I'm going to show you. I didn't even use this. Let me move that out of the way. So how I am going to reach that £2,500 for Christmas is by using these and these. So I have been collecting Christmas binders, Christmas challenges to fully fund Christmas. If by Christmas I've reached the £2,500 and I'm thinking I might need more, then I'll be able to do it. My plan hopefully is to get Christmas done by October. That's the plan, hopefully. So I have made, hopefully you can see this. So I got this lovely binder from Manifestation Budgets. I just put a little keyring in there, and I have made these envelopes. So we've got children's gifts. I'm hoping actually they match, because I made these ages ago. I'm just going to check against my 2025 budget and make sure they're the same categories. So children's gifts, me and my husband, parents' gifts, the tree and decorations, food and advent, gifts, gifts, charity and miscellaneous, and events. Yeah, pretty much covers everything. I've just sort of amalgamated some. So the plan is to feed cash into these from savings challenges. I do want to get a nice dashboard for this, so that's where the money's going to end up. I got this absolutely gorgeous binder from So's Budgeting Life. It's from Sophia. So she made this very kindly and gifted it to me with a gorgeous envelope inside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put challenges in there. So I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm not sure what I'm doing with that envelope yet. It seems too nice to use. So let's just move the toy soldier. I was going to say nutcracker, toy soldier, and gift out of the way. And we'll put all of these in here. And we'll get it set up. So I'm going to use Candy Cane Lane. I have just used it in another binder, but I loved it. So we'll put that in there. Or I'll tell you who they're from. That's Budget With Me. I've got Jolly by Golly by So's Budgeting Life. That saves 165, which is a good one. I have got the Merry Christmas Save £90 from Lily Rain Designs. I have got Peachy Budgets. This store is no longer active, and this is, I'm going to do this as like a 25-week challenge, and that saves 325, so I'm going to put that at the back actually. I've got the Christmas Saver from Southwest Budgets. This saves £800. So I've got some smaller challenges in my kind of leftover binder. So when they're complete, I'll bring them into here. And then if I've completed like the smaller challenges, I can put them into here or move them over. Depends kind of on the value, I think. And then I've also got Southwest Budgets scratch offs. So there's 3 in there. I don't know which one's which, and that has been done on purpose. So that should be fun. That saves 225, I think, that one. And then we've got our 12 months of Christmas, which is from Label Budgets. So I'm going to put that at the back. So I'll do one of those every month. I've also got Roll Into Christmas by Plan Budget Repeat. This is a really old one that I did get for last Christmas but didn't actually use because I never really got around to it. It says 500. I've got another Lily Rain Designs Santa's Little Helper game, which will be fun, and that will go in there. I also have an envelope full of Christmas challenges that I can't get out, they're all stuck, which I will possibly put in kind of closer to the time. But yes, I've got lots of other gorgeous challenges from other people, and just some Cash But Cute digital downloads that I got, which are all the Christmassy ones as well. So this is how I plan to save for Christmas 2025. So I'm going to put those out of the way. Close that up. So, oh, actually I could use that envelope for Candy Cane Lane. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Or does it close? What I'll do is I will rejig the zippers so they're not all the same way, and then it might close a little bit better. It's not really close very well. Yeah, so that's our Christmas binder for 2025 set up. So yeah, Candy Cane Lane, Golly by Golly, Jolly by Golly, Merry Christmas, Christmas Saver, Scratch Off, Roll Into Christmas, Santa's Little Helper game, and then we've got 12 months of Christmas and the 25-week Christmas tree challenge. So that is Christmas done. That's super exciting. I love that. So that's how I'm going to tackle Christmas, and try not to get myself into the same situation as I did this year. Fingers crossed. I am a sucker at Christmas time. I don't tend to buy that much throughout the year. So it gets to Christmas and then I just go a little bit crazy. Does anybody else kind of get like that? I just get so into the season, and yeah, it just got a little bit out of control. But I blame my husband mostly, you know, because he massively overspent, as did I. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up. I will be back soon for so I've got a 2025 setup to do, so I need to rejig my binders and put some new challenges in. I've got a new binder to show you. I've also got my count up for the end of December. I've got a budget with me for January, and then the usual cash stuffings and check-ins. I probably won't do a check-in for week 4 of December because there's not really that much to show, to be completely honest. Obviously we've spent the food and I've taken money from other categories to cover Christmas. We haven't spent anything else, so I probably won't do a check-in for week 4. But there'll be lots of other things coming on my channel, so please make sure you're subscribed. Please tell me if you went over budget for Christmas this year. Yeah, so I'm not the only one. But until then, have a great weekend and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.